The year is 217 BC. The Second Punic War is raging across the Mediterranean world. Rome, the rising superpower of Italy, faces its greatest enemy yet, Hannibal Barca of Carthage. The previous year, Hannibal has already stunned Rome by crossing the Alps with elephants and defeating Roman armies at the battles of Ticinus and Trebia. Now, with winter past, Hannibal moves deeper into Italy, determined to force Rome into a decisive confrontation. Rome responds by raising new legions. One of the consuls for the year, Gaius Flaminius, is placed in command of a large Roman army in order to track Hannibal's movements. Flaminius is aggressive and politically ambitious. He is eager for victory and unwilling to wait for reinforcements or follow a cautious strategy. Hannibal understands this. He studies Flaminius closely and plans to use the Roman commander's impatience against him. Hannibal marches east through Etruria, deliberately devastating the countryside. Villages burn, crops are destroyed, and Roman allies are terrorized. The destruction is meant to provoke Flaminius, and it works. Enraged by the devastation and pressured by political expectations, Flaminius pursues Hannibal without proper reconnaissance. He is determined to catch the Carthaginian general and force a battle. Hannibal chooses the battlefield with care. Near Lake Trasimene, in central Italy, a narrow road runs between the lake on one side and steep wooded hills on the other. In the early morning, thick fog often rolls in from the water, reducing visibility to almost nothing. Hannibal sees the perfect opportunity for an ambush on a massive scale. During the night, Hannibal secretly positions his army. Heavy infantry is placed across the exit of the valley, blocking the Roman route forward. Light infantry and skirmishers hide along the hillsides. Cavalry waits concealed further along the slopes, ready to strike from behind. Every unit is positioned in silence, waiting for the trap to close. At dawn on a foggy morning, Flaminius leads his army into the narrow corridor along the lake. The Romans march in column, unaware that the Carthaginian army surrounds them on three sides. The fog hides everything. By the time the Roman vanguard reaches the far end of the valley, it is too late. At Hannibal's signal, the trap is sprung. Carthaginian forces surge down from the hills. Infantry blocks the Roman advance. Cavalry crashes into the rear. The Romans are attacked from the front, sides, and back simultaneously. Confusion erupts instantly. Units cannot form proper battle lines. Commands cannot be heard. Soldiers fight where they stand, isolated and surrounded. The battle quickly turns into a massacre. Along the lake shore, many Roman soldiers are driven into the water and drown under the weight of their armor. Others are cut down before they can even draw their swords. The fog lifts only to reveal chaos and death. Consul Flaminius himself is killed in the fighting, struck down by a Gallic warrior seeking revenge for earlier Roman campaigns. For nearly 3 hours, the Roman army is destroyed. Out of approximately 30,000 men, more than half are killed. Thousands more are captured. Only a small group of Roman troops manages to break free, only to be hunted down and forced to surrender later. The Battle of Lake Trasimene is one of the greatest ambushes in military history. It is also one of Rome's worst defeats. An entire consular army has been annihilated without a formal battle line ever forming. News of the disaster spreads panic throughout Rome. For the first time, the city truly fears destruction. In response, Rome appoints a dictator, Quintus Fabius Maximus. His strategy is not to fight Hannibal directly, but to shadow him, cut off supplies, and avoid pitched battles. It is a humiliating shift for a people who pride themselves on decisive combat, but it is born of necessity. Lake Trasimene proves the genius of Hannibal Barca. It shows his mastery of terrain, deception, and psychological warfare. The battle becomes a warning to all commanders who underestimate patience and preparation. And although Rome will ultimately survive the war, the ghosts of Trasimene will haunt Roman memory for generations. The Battle of Lake Trasimene is not remembered for heroic last stands or dramatic speeches. It is remembered for silence, fog, and the sudden realization that an army has already lost before it knows the battle has begun.